Welcome back to the channel, Outriders. So, I get asked a lot of time, how do you get to endgame? Why do you have such good gear? Why are you god rolls? And, you know, what is life? I get all these questions all the time on stream, and there are two tips that I can give most people. Just generally, two tips that I can give you to help you get to endgame faster, some of which you may not know, and I wanted to share them with you today. Now, number one, and this is one that my stream actually taught me, so you're welcome. Blues can be upgraded to epics. I knew this all along. I didn't think it was a big deal because I naturally, for some reason, assumed that blues would randomly re-roll. Like the properties would change when I upgraded them. They do not. This was something that surprised me. I don't know why I felt this way, but it was just some weird assumption I had. So, not only do you want to look at all the epics that drop for you, because epics are ultimately your in-game build. Legendaries are great placeholders, and they have incredible mods on them, but they may not be the best options for your DPS or your build. That generally comes in the form of epics. Epics can usually go further than legendaries can even come close to. But when you find a blue, a rare on the ground, you need to pay attention to the attributes on it. Those are the three stats, like crit hit damage, long range damage, close range damage. That is the ideal god roll for a pestilence build. That is the ideal roll for a DPS dealer for my technomancer. So if I got a blue, like I say, a blue pair of pants that came with, for a DPS guy, I would be looking for the main three stats being something like firepower, close range damage, long range damage. Those are going to give me the most damage on a piece of armor, and I want that on all 5 pieces of my armor on a DPS build. So what I would do is if I saw a blue piece anywhere, whether or not pants, helmet, whatever, and I saw those 3 stats, I'm immediately upgrading it. Because it doesn't matter what that first mod is, it can be completely useless to your build. Once you upgrade it, it grants you a second one. And it lets you pick out of 3 different mods. So you've got a 1 in 3 chance to hit, hopefully, a really good mod. You've got a decent chance there at hitting something that's viable for your build. And if you do happen to hit out of those 3 options, you can just re-roll the upper mod and swap it to whatever you want. Ideally, you get one you need on the roll, then you can mod the other one, and you have all 3 stats that you want. God roll. That easy. The rares can be upgraded. It's one of the most important things to optimizing your build. Blues I would rather see than purples because I have a lot of freedom over them, and it is a little RNG when you hit those 3 stats, but it's still the best way and the fastest way to find, and you're going to find you're going to get more upgrades that way than any other method. Number 2, as you play, you clearly want to farm for high-end epics and legendaries, right? You want to be able to break the legendaries down for some of the best ones in the game, and that comes from not only armor, but weapons as well. I know a lot of you guys hunt down the high roller, you guys want euthanizer, things like this. I get it, right? So don't work outside of your means. Tip number 2 is make sure you prioritize gold clears only. When you can push up into 13, 14, and 15, ideally get us up there as high as you can to 15 before you start legendary farming. And if you can get up that high, don't be afraid to downscale down to like tier 12. There's no shame in that. You want to stay where you're comfortable clearing gold every time. And it's not easy, and I know with the tweaks lately, with the nerfs, some people that could do 15s before can't, and that's okay. Don't be afraid of doing 12s or 13s or 14s. Stick with whatever you're capable in. A slightly reduced legendary chance is still a really good legendary chance. Even 12s will result in legendaries quite often, and they will allow you to scale. So once you find some upgrades, then take on 13s comfortably. And then when you get some upgrades, take on 14s. We did the entire game this way. You're no stranger to it. These are challenges. Adapt. And that's what I recommend to you guys. So the little tips and tricks with the upgrade rarity, that is huge. Find the stats you want on your build, whether or not it's anomaly, firepower, whatever, and then roll them into epics, turn them into god rolls. It's very, very common and consistent. And then, of course, maintain gold clears only. That's the best advice. I get asked all the time, how do you get so many god rolls? How is your build perfect? How do you do this? These are the 2 things that I pay attention to. I stay within the capabilities of gold clears, and I make sure I upgrade my mods. That's how I do it. That's how I do it, y'all. So no crazy secrets, just a couple of tactics to get it done. So thank you guys for the support lately. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Leave a like to get it out there, help more people out. Subscribe if you're new here. I'll catch you with another video soon.